Well, hello Lindy, hello James. Pleasure to be here. It's fantastic. And hello to all my friends and followers and the people who are watching this program. It's a pleasure to speak here. And this matter about the rise of neo-fascist violence in Europe is a very important one because the rise of organizations, associations, violent attacks, aggressions, and the rise of political organizations that pretend to be democratic are is very concerning. So the EU noticed that they have to do something. So this is a very important resolution from our view from Spain, from Galicia especially, and of course from Catalonia and the Basque Country, etc., but for all Europe. And this resolution was put forward by 5 different groups in the European Parliament. One of the MEPs that promoted this resolution was Ana Miranda, who is a Galician MEP from the Nationalist group. And one of the main reasons for putting forward this resolution was because we're having a huge problem, a very serious problem with Franco Foundation and with the rise of fascist groups and aggressions in Spain, but especially the Franco heritage. In Galicia, we have the Pazo de Meirás. 19 members of the BNG, Bloque Nacionalista Galego, occupy symbolically the Pazo de Meirás. The Pazo de Meirás was a building who Franco stole from the people of Sada. And we're trying to rescue this Pazo de Meirás because it's part of the historical memory law. And the Popular Party, the conservative party in Spain, was very, very happy when they prepared the budgets, and they say they were giving €0 to the historical memory law. And so one of the main problems is in Spain, but obviously there's troubles on Greece, Hungary, Poland, Italy, and with the immigration situation, the immigrant situation that we're watching all the day, or every day. This is part of the first step to take seriously what is happening in all Europe and the entire world. But
why do you think they've been so slow to arrive at this point, to start with?
Because I think the fascist organizations and the far-right organizations are stealing our words. So they're using words such as democracy, liberty, freedom of speech, when we use these words in a positive way. And they're not using these words in a positive way. They're using that to promote hatred and violence and aggression, and to confuse people. And it's very easy to catch that words and that speeches, the bits. And there's, if you allow me, there is a very important point in this resolution. It's the point 26 encourages the member states to provide training to those working in public broadcasting and the media to raise their awareness about the challenges and the discrimination faced by the victims of neo-fascist and neo-Nazi groups. And that's very important because your First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, rejected to share a platform with Bannon. We need strong leaders, strong political leaders that say no more fascists, no pasarán. Now that we're talking, we will speak about Catalonia later on probably, but this is important because in the Galicia Public TV, after this approval, the Galician Public TV gave platform to the president of the Franco Foundation, and Ana Miranda had 0 seconds of report, of coverage. The only people, the only platform who interviewed the MEP to speak about this important decision was my platform. It's an alternative platform. Mm-hmm. So that it's important to point that because platforms such Broadcasting Scotland and others are essential to for democracy, mm-hmm. are essential for supporting and defending the most important thing that we have is the human rights. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have to support these kind of platforms. Even the workers of the Galician Public TV now are using the social networks because they have no coverage at the public Galician TV because our government is a conservative government and they using the public services and the public broadcaster as a platform for mm-hmm. propaganda.
So one of the problems is, you kind of touched on it there as well, so often you find that these neo-Nazi groups will use the excuse of free speech to promote hatred and specific violence. And by sort of banning these groups, it could play into that narrative that they've been using very, very effectively. Do you think there's a risk there of, I suppose, giving that sort of fuel to that fire?
Well, I think we need to take seriously this, and I think there's some, we have to apply zero tolerance in this kind of organizations. There's a limit in freedom of speech. You cannot use your freedom of speech to promote aggression, to promote violence. And they use the democratic platforms to do so. And it's very, very complicated to explain people that that's not good, that's not okay, that's wrong to promote that kind of speeches. Mm-hmm. But I think every one of us should take our time and read the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. If you read that, you can understand basically your rights and also your responsibilities. Because freedom of speech is not about liberty, it's about liberty and responsibility. And every one of us, individuals and groups, have to be aware of that. Mm-hmm. So I think zero tolerance with fascism, zero tolerance with neo-Nazis, zero tolerance with the far right, because enough is enough. I think it's time. Mm-hmm.